Sometimes getting around is hard. We have cars. Before that, it was bicycles, motorcycles. The problem is sometimes people want to get around without actually moving. In fact, my friend has this amazing idea for his superpower. What it'd be is he'd be able to recline at any point, and he'd sit in an invisible chair, and next to him would appear a tumbler of whiskey, and he'd have a smoking jacket with a book and a pipe. And the idea is he would float along, the drink would float along with him, and whenever he wanted, he can just stand up. By the way, he would float at just slightly faster than the walking pace. It's a very practical idea, right? However, in lieu of that, sometimes we have to come up with other methods of transportation. Skateboards were an excellent idea. You took rollerblades, put them on a board, and then suddenly you can go from place to place. On this brand new method of transportation, it's barely 40 years old. How astounding is that? And then sometimes people come up with these ideas of like, well, what if you wanted to stand but still travel? And it started off small. In certain airports for long trips, there was a conveyor belt. And there's no bigger jerk than the person who's like walking along at the same pace as you standing there on the conveyor belt. How dare you prove that your legs still work better than mine? How dare you prove that you don't want to waste the energy of this building? How dare you prove that you are a happy, healthy individual who doesn't need no man and or conveyor belt? That being said, Segways were invented a while back, and apparently they are still a thing. I can't believe Segways are still a thing. I can't believe that hoverboards, let's face it, you're not hovering. What you're really doing is walking around or rolling around. You're walking on a rolling board that just doesn't fall over, and you should fall over. You should fall flat in your face, because no one deserves to have to deal with someone like you. I'm just saying, if you own a Segway, if you own a hoverboard, reconsider every life choice that brought you to this point, because you don't even know how good you have money to throw away on a board that's called a hover. It's not really, it doesn't hover. It's not from Back to the Future Part 2. And you have to be very specific, or Part 3, I suppose, also works. But anywho, it's not from that. It's just wheels, and it doesn't fall over. It's cool. It's a cool little gyroscopic toy that I think would be great for a novelty. But if you use it to get around the city, they're very upsetting. You're a bad, how dare you still, I'm done. Howdy, me again. Could you believe it? I just want to let you know that I appreciate that you watch these. It's very strange, but it's cool. So, if you have comments or prompts you'd like me to respond to, go ahead and put them down in the comment section, unless the comment section suddenly moves up, in which case I'm sorry. And if you have feedback of any sort, even negative, I am totally open to hearing what you have to say. So feel free. Subscribe if we have that as an option, and see you later.